Greetings. I have an article here that I want to talk about. I'm going to keep it short. It says DC mayor vetoes a bill to decriminalize metro fare evasion. And she says we should not encourage lawlessness on metro. Okay? This article was written on January 16th, 2019 by Gina Cook. And it reads, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser has vetoed a bill that would decriminalize cheating fares on metro. The DC Council passed a bill which would eliminate jail time, or which would have eliminated jail time for fare evasion in the district 10-2 on December 4. On Wednesday, Bowser said the bill could have a negative effect on Metro's budget and operations in a letter addressed to DC Council Chairman Phil Mendelson. Okay, keep that name in mind, Phil Mendelson. WMATA estimates, or WMATA estimates, that Metro loses between $25 million and $50 million per year due to fare evasion. And I'm concerned that Bill 22-408 would exacerbate the problem, she wrote. Bowser goes on to say the bill simply removes criminal penalties while failing to set up a new civil adjudicative process. And the article goes on, but I'm going to keep this short. DC Mayor Muriel Bowser is currently supporting Trump bringing the National Guard to DC because it's going to protect the black people, the hardworking black people of DC. Okay? The DC has been plagued by crime. People get shot, murdered, their dogs stolen, they get mugged. Okay, and the media really doesn't even mention the name of the victims. Okay, they just go on to worship the criminals and criminal justice reform this, criminal justice reform that, and have compassion on these evildoers who happen to be black as well. But if you're a black person who's educated, working, hardworking, or even forget education, you're a black person, works hard, stays out of trouble, doesn't do crime, and then some black criminal who could be your best friend's nephew is a thug and shoots you dead as they try to rob you and carjack you. What good is protecting that black criminal when you're a black victim who was killed by the black criminal and now you're dead? Like, this thing makes no sense. The Democrats want to come to black people and talk all this nonsense, but they turn around and worship the black criminals, right? And then act like punishing the black criminals is racist, and then they pin that on the Republicans, and then a lot of black people fall for that okie doke. I'm black. I want to be safe and secure. I want to be alive. I want to not have my shit stolen by another black person. I don't care if he's black. Don't steal my shit. Don't try to carjack me. So I personally want Trump to I've heard people call him Trump ghetto, right? I want Trump to federalize the police in DC and put some punishment on these criminals, okay? Arrest them all, put them in jail, give them long sentences so we can be safe out here while we work hard to push the economy. But anyway, I digress. So look, Muriel Bowser had to veto a bill by the DC Council, which is headed by, the chairman is Phil Mendelson. And Phil Mendelson is a white man, a woke white liberal, pushing the woke white liberal agenda of the Democrat Party. This idiot wants to decriminalize fare evasion. So if you go into the metro and you don't want to pay the bill, so you jump over the stile, or jump the gate, Phil Mendelson is saying that we're not going to arrest you or punish you for that. Okay, so if you do that, then why don't every time Dick and Harry jump the gate? That way we all ride the metro for free. You see what I'm saying? But they're doing this because of the criminals, the thugs. And the thugs are mainly black. They're mainly black. So a woke white liberal like this thinks he's being nice to the black criminals. Like, he has to have compassion on the black criminals because he himself is a white man and he feels it's racist to punish the black criminal. So in order for him to feel good about himself, he's going to not punish the black criminal. So this sets a precedent. So they go and decriminalize, a black criminal jumping the gate and not making a payment. So that affects Metro now. Metro has to cut down on expenditure. And now you, the hardworking black person that's going to work and you need to hop on the Metro, now you're paying higher for your Metro fares. And who knows, repairs may not be good. And then next thing you know, your trains are crashing and you're getting killed in the process or whatever, right? Poor service, whatever. So these woke white liberals are really deadly to black people. Like, everywhere you find a whole lot of black people, these woke white liberals who think they know what's best for blacks end up becoming the king of those areas. Just look around. Everywhere you look, it's the same woke white liberals who appoint themselves rulers over blackdom. And they turn it more into ghettos and slums, because I think a side effect of the woke white liberal agenda is to cause so much rot and decay for blacks and despair, right? They destroy your schools, your kids get dumber, and then the dumb people are susceptible to being lied to during voting time, because if you come to a stupid person and say, hey, idiot, these Republicans don't like you. They're white. They're racist. They hate you. Their cops will stop you and ask you for ID and registration when you're driving as a black man, and we'll call that driving while black. They're racist. Vote for me. I'm a woke white liberal. I love you. I will never have a police. I'll actually abolish cops doing traffic checks. So you can drive around without your ID. And you can drive around without your license, and that's okay. No rules for you. You can jump the gate when you're going to the Metro. We're not going to charge you. And oh, by the way, if your homeboy looks at your girl's butt, you can shoot him in the head, and we'll just we'll catch you, but we'll release you in 2 weeks. You could go home and eat bread with your mama. That's what these woke white liberals are. They are evil. They are evil. And they prey upon blacks. Okay? And now that blacks are waking up, these woke white liberals are shook. And that's why when blacks voted in Trump, helped vote Trump in the first time, the Democrats were like, oh shit, we need to import a new group and dumb them down so that they can vote for Democrats for the next 70 years. These blacks have gotten uppity. They can think now. They can use reasoning to figure out what is good for them. They're not waiting on us woke white liberals to tell them what's good for them. That's why they wanted to bring in all these 40 million illegal immigrants or illegal migrants and turn them into citizens so they can vote for them, okay? These woke white liberals got to go. The Democrat Party got to be abolished. I personally think that they need to be designated as a terroristic organization within these 4 years. Their power needs to be blunted. USAID has been decimated, and now all these stupid TV shows are crashing simply because they were really not earning their keep. Their funding was coming from USAID, which was a scam. All right. I want people to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? I know Pam Bondi and whatnot, Kash Patel are doing investigations right now, but I want some jail time for some of these mofos. Okay. So Muriel Bowser had to veto. Phil Mendelssohn, who's a woke white liberal, wanted criminals who are mainly black, because DC is mainly black. Okay, if you've never been to DC, it's mainly black. There's the downtown, which is all the office, government office buildings, and then there's Southeast DC, where you will get shot for sure by young black thugs. They have guns, they shoot. Sometimes they have gang shootouts. across the street, and if you're driving through delivering some Uber Eats, you might get a stray bullet coming through your window. Okay, they kill people out there all the time, but the media hides it because, you know, the woke white liberals don't want to shine a big light on black crime because they think that's racist. So everything is how the woke white liberal feels. It's him. It's about how he feels. He feels good that he's not showing the crime out there that black people are doing because he feels racist. So not showing it makes him feel good. So it's this balance the woke white liberal is always trying to straddle. He doesn't care how it affects even the blacks who are getting shot up. Okay? He doesn't care. It's all about him and his feelings. Phil Mendelssohn is one of those. I'll make other videos where they're and read you other articles where Phil Mendelssohn wanted to decriminalize public defecation and urination, because apparently the black criminals or the black thugs or mentally challenged are pooping and peeing everywhere. And Phil Mendelssohn, who's a woke white liberal, thinks punishing them for that is racism. So he's going to decriminalize that and allow pooping and peeing everywhere, which then affects the hardworking average black people who don't do crime. Okay? That's going to ruin the environment and turn it more ghetto. All right? These woke white liberals are evil. They're bad for the black community. I wish every black community would get rid of these woke white liberals and not replace them with woke black liberals, because they're also worse. We need conservative black leaders who would say, hey, this is wrong. You can't pee in public. You can't take a shit on the street. And you can't jump the gate at the metro. Okay? Anyway, this is my video. This is an article. You can go check it out. Muriel Bowser, I know that she has to hoop and holler and, act like Trump is the big bad wolf. But I also have another clip where Muriel Bowser said, hey, if the National Guard is going to come to D.C. and bring some safety to the black residents, she didn't say it like that, but she said, hey, if these people are going to come in here and it's going to bring a measure of safety, then I'm with it. And you can tell from her voice that she was afraid to actually push those words out of her mouth, but she did it anyway because that's reality. Look, DC has an HBCU, Howard University. They have UDC, University of DC, District of Columbia. So many schools and colleges in DC, or at least in the DMV, DC, Maryland metro area, DC, Maryland, Virginia metro area. And these students, there's thousands of students who want to go downtown to the club at night. People get mugged, pistol whipped, shot, their wallets stolen. Everybody's scared. You know what I'm saying? And the people doing this are black thugs from Southeast. Some from Lanham, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? And they come out here and prey on these students. So why should we live like that? Why should the majority of black people who don't do crime have to live and get preyed on by the minority of black men, mainly, who do crime, just so that the woke white liberals will feel good about themselves, like they're a good white man. He's not a racist like the conservatives. Like, why? I just don't. Why should the woke white liberals' feelings matter to anybody, especially black folks, while at the same time making life for black folks deadly, unbearable? And just this is demonic. I keep saying the Democrats are waging a demonic spiritual demonic war against blacks in America, man. I'll expand on that, but this shit is real. Phil Mendelssohn, I'll do a full special on this guy. I think he's evil. I'm a black person. I personally think he's evil because he's a woke white liberal who's implanted himself as the king of blacks in that DC area, which is mainly black folks, is recently just getting gentrified to a point. And he just wants to just turn the place into more chaos just for the blacks. So he, a woke white liberal, can feel good and sleep good. These people are evil. Their ideology is demonic. All right? Peace.